Hey folks, welcome back to another interview with your Team Germany for the Overwatch World Cup 2026. My name is Apostle, and joining us today, we have one of the star supports for Team Germany. It's Akku joining us. Akku, thank you so much for joining us. How are you doing today?
Yes, thanks for having me. I'm doing great. Thanks for
Awesome.
asking.
It's a
Awesome
pleasure
to
to
be
have you
here.
here. Yeah, we're excited to hear from you because you are a bit of the a hidden gem, if you'll say, to be on this team. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself? Kind of explain who you are and what your journey's been for people who don't know you.
Yeah, of course. I'm Akku. Akkufastleer, it's a German name. You should really learn German. We could do this in German. No, I'm 19 years old currently, turning 20 in May. And yeah, been in the scene for quite a while, currently playing in Faceit Master League, trying to make my way into the OWCS. Really happy to now be on Team Germany. It's a great experience to learn. Grinded really hard on the way, trying to make it here. And yeah, happy
Absolutely.
to finally have the chance to show myself.
Absolutely. That's one of the best things about the World Cup, right? It's something that allows you to kind of really put your name out there, be on a global stage. Now, I want to ask, you said Akku is a German name. What's the story behind it? What does that mean?
I mean, the direct translation would be battery almost empty, and no big stories, like been young and no clue. Oh shit, I need to put like a battle tech here. What do I go for? And young Akku decided, oh, battery almost empty. That's a funny one. Let's go with that. And yeah, never changed it after.
We playing on like a really low charge laptop at the time. You saw it in the
No,
corner and just
I was not. I was not. It was just more pure random. Just thought it's funny, and well,
I will say it is one of the more creative ones we've seen, honestly, compared to a few players on the team who just use their real name or an automatically generated one. You got a proper reason for it. I like that. So obviously you've been playing for a while. When you first started playing, were you watching the Overwatch World Cups of previous years, or were you still kind of like too new for that at that time?
I was actually still too new. Like even until like scrimming around 4K back then in Overwatch 1, I
Mm.
never really followed Overwatch Esports a lot. It was more like casual playing, just playing for own improvement, but didn't watch too much of like pro play in general. Started watching POVs at some point, but I didn't know about Overwatch World Cup until like I think last World Cup that happened. I think it was 23.
Yeah, 2023. Yeah.
Yeah. I had like some contacts into that team as well. I was too young to apply, so um, was just having some friends also in the scene, and actually also talked to the to Refit, like the Germany main support for 23. Was also really nice. Like now when he saw that I got the spot, he like messaged me and said congrats and everything. Was really nice, like hearing back from that old Team Germany main support, getting the
Mhm.
support. That he's also happy to see me here now. Great feeling.
Absolutely. So rolling back the clock before you even knew you had made the team, when the World Cup was announced, were you excited for it? Were you like excited for the chance to like apply and see if you could make the roster?
Yeah, I mean, for sure. Like, I think everyone was really hyped and excited when it got announced because,
Hmm.
well, obviously, it haven't been a World Cup for quite long, and nobody knew it would be coming back. So, was really great to see. I think it's also a great chance to like break up some of these like teams playing in the OWCS for so long already, and always great to have long teammates, right? Long-term teammates, but just mixing up, playing in like national teams, always a fun thing about Overwatch.
Of course,
Although
yeah.
we don't always call in German,
Yeah.
but no, I think I was really excited. I knew it would be hard competition for sure. Like I think main support was one of the most competitive spots. That we had like many great people that tried getting on the team and tried getting the spot.
Mhm.
So I think predictions were kind of all over the place who would end up getting the spot. So yeah, I was super excited. I knew I had like a chance to do it, but I knew it would be hard. So been on the grind since the announcement. Like try daily self-botting and just playing a lot of rank, watching pro PVs, being really prepared to like show my best side.
Absolutely, yeah. Being in Faceit Masters, I'm assuming there's also like quite a few either teammates or people that you play against that are going for their own World Cup performances there.
Yeah, for sure. Like one of my teammates, Zaitra, he's like playing for Austria.
Mhm.
Also, shout out to Zaitra. He's a great teammate. Really a lot of fun playing with him.
Yeah.
And I mean, even like for us, we sometimes also meet in like Faceit, for example, like Doki, our flag support. We will have a match in Faceit against his team on like the Sunday or something, I believe. So kind of mixing up the teams there as well. And I mean, I had like also other teammates that applied. Like I think Muse is trialing for Team Spain still, and Luna like applied for Team Germany. For Team Sweden. So yeah.
Yeah. So with so many of these players that are like coming together here, what would you say is your favorite World Cup country besides your own?
Ooh, that's actually hard. I actually think,
Either someone you just want to watch or someone that maybe you want to beat, have a rivalry with.
yeah, I think for sure one of them is Austria.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think I'm actually not sure if they've been part of the last World Cup, but I feel like they have a great roster, although they're like compared to others more a small country, and actually have kind of star player roster on some positions. Like also Nukes, their main support is like person I play against a lot in like scrims, officials, and of course my teammate like Zydra. Always want to beat him, show him the better, and with like Psycho on the team, they also have a great Flex DPS Tracer player, and I'm really excited actually to play into Psycho and practicing. Like even playing him in ranked, I can really feel how strong of a player he is, and it's not gonna make my life easy, especially as main support when I kind of need to take care of that flankers coming in. But excited for the challenge.
Absolutely, yeah. So kind of going forward now, Team Germany is one of the teams that has confirmed the roster, and they confirmed it. You're on it. What was your reaction when you realized that you were able to beat out the competition and that you'd been selected for the team?
It's been actually one of my best days in my life, probably.
Yeah.
I mean, even since last World Cup, always been like a dream for me to finally one day make it on that World Cup team, play for Germany, and be on the like big stage. So been a like great step. I mean, I knew like a day before the official announcement. I think it was the last spot to get decided on. So we had like really, really long main support tryouts, like over 3, maybe 4 weeks even. That we had tryouts while other roles were decided maybe faster. And then it was like a long period of just like praying, giving my best, hoping it goes all well. And like I said, great, it paid out. Actually super, super happy. Like I said, couldn't imagine for anything better. Even kind of lucky timing. I've almost been on holidays for like 2 weeks now, coming back like yesterday on schedule. It sadly got cancelled, so we couldn't fly, but it enabled me to have the time to play World Cup and practice with the team. So would have been really sad to not make World Cup and not be able to go on holiday. So at least one of the two worked out.
Exactly, yeah. You must have been feeling pretty proud of yourself considering how, like you mentioned, there was so much main support competition. So I'm sure you must be pretty happy with the fact that you were able to be the one to be selected.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, there's like others that also really, really play great, right? At some, I was kind of worried a little bit because I think a lot of people know me that I'm more known for my Lucio gameplay, and less for like my Brick or my other support characters. And we have like some other people like Soax playing, Pingu playing, and they are more known for example, Brigitte. So it's kind of going into that, knowing, okay, it will be a challenge, definitely. Of course, lucky that Lucy's always been good, always been meta, but really need to also perform on these other characters that maybe people would not predict me to perform on as well as like others do maybe. And I have to say competition was really, really strong. I think that's why like main support tryouts took so long, because it was just so hard to decide. Like Pingu, for example, I think he played really great in tryouts as well. Like his Wu Yang is really great, his Brick as well, obviously, and maybe just at the end came down to like maybe the Lucio gameplay, maybe just some calling stuff where I try to be very active in the team. So yeah.
Was it stressful for you at all to be up against that competition? And if it
Oh,
was,
for
how did you
sure.
deal with it?
I think there was some nights that I even had dreams about thinking if I would get selected or not. So definitely a lot of stress going on there. I mean, I think the best way for me to deal with it is just like going into myself, rewatching my own gameplay and thinking, okay, if I was not too happy with like one day performance, I will just do it better tomorrow. Just getting back on that grind, like pulling up the bot, sitting down until 2 a.m., getting people to join my VC, just watching with them, hearing opinions about gameplay and plays. I think that helped me a lot to like pull through it.
For sure. Now that the team has finally been put together here, how would you say that the environment is coming together in such a short time?
Actually, I think we're kind of connecting quite well, you know, like usually been pretty active in the talks, or like Hardy is doing a lot of jokes when he's around, like pretty funny guy, you know. Now, but I think everyone is just contributing like a little bit to that. And I mean, at the start, I think it was a little bit awkward since maybe we didn't play with each other before or never talked. And then suddenly it means, oh, you're like all selected now to play on the national team together. Like, good luck. And then first few scrims were like, yeah, we need like a little icebreaker, just like getting familiar with the situation, playing together now, being on that big stage, preparing to play the officials together as a team. But I think by now we've grown together as a team a lot.
Right. Yeah. How does it compare to be on Team Germany as opposed to the like Faceit Masters teams?
Oh, that's a tough question. I wouldn't say it's much different, except the things you practice for might change a bit. For me, in like both cases, its goal is to just be the best possible player I can be. So that doesn't change a lot. Well, I didn't really get the chance to duo with a lot of my Team Germany teammates yet. Like I duoed with Hardy the other day, but maybe that's like a difference in terms of the teams, that I just play a lot of my Faceit teammates, and we sit down together in the evenings and just have self-votes with each other, just like reviewing each other's gameplay and giving feedback. And Team Germany, we obviously have Hardy. Hardy, yes, and Amir. We're both doing like a great job, just giving input and really good comments on how we can like change our own gameplay that you maybe wouldn't think of yourself. So I think like coaching is one of the biggest differences.
Right. Now, speaking of Faceit League, can you kind of tell us a bit about what your journey through the Faceit League has been so far, and how it's kind of like impacted you as a player, how you've grown?
Yeah, I don't actually remember when my first season was. I've been like through some different teams for like many seasons. I think since Faceit League's been announced, I've kind of been around. I think my first season was somewhere in Expert when Master League was still like really stacked with the highest players. Now they split it up again with the OWCS getting introduced, and been making my way into Master League quite quickly, I would say. And then always like kind of been playing on Master League teams. Last season we finally managed to make top 8, like make the playoffs. Was kind of unfortunate result. I think we could have done better. We ended up like 7th or 8th place. But in scrims, like we've always practiced into like one of the top 2 or 3 teams and been doing like really good. So kind of sad we couldn't show that in our like final result, but looking to bring it back this season.
Absolutely, yeah. Now, I have a question. If you could make any, like either OWCS or Faceit, if you could make a dream roster to play with, who would be in that for you?
Ooh, I mean, that's a tough one. I mean, I actually really enjoy the team on Germany and the people I get to play with. Like, especially Hardy, I think he has great comms and like a lot to learn from, because I'm also trying to like pick the IGL up a little bit. So it's just like a lot to learn from. And also Psycho, I played with him before. So I would love to play with these two on a team. Support, I actually didn't really think about too much. Let me think about that.
You got to run through all the rosters in your head.
Yeah. I mean, for sure, like I think Landon, always great. He's like been in the scene
Yeah, of
also for
course.
super long, really experienced player. I think he would definitely be part of that. And Hitsuka might be hard. Maybe Zoro. Been
Oh,
talking to
okay.
Zoro as well, and really upcoming player. I think really underrated.
Absolutely, yeah.
So yeah, I think that would be my dream roster.
Yeah, that would be definitely a solid team. Now, being on a Faceit team and an OWCS team, I'm sure you've learned a lot. But what would you say is the biggest thing you've learned on Team Germany specifically?
Mm, I think it's just being good at doing my job, you know, like a lot of the main supports try and do too much, I think, and just try and like be everywhere and just be in the kill feed and kill all these guys, which obviously is great. Yeah, like I know the feeling, you know, like getting in
Mhm.
there, killing everyone, always feels great. But I think just coming back to just doing your job really well, like peeling the engage as well, knowing when you should be with your hit scan to like boop the enemy engage. Like it's actually one of the greatest feelings if you know like, oh, my cooldown usage just denied the whole enemy engage and that's why my team lives. Um, I think that's like maybe unique to other roles, which main support is offering. And I mean, second thing maybe is also just like calling comms, like knowing when to make like a clutch play. Like I said, Hardy is really good on the comms, so trying to pick up some of the calls.
Absolutely. Do you think that you've been able to like take anything from Team Germany and kind of implement it into playing in Faceit?
I mean, yeah, for sure. I think a lot of the things that I'm learning, also just matchup understanding, like when a team is playing slower than the other team, when we need to play faster, make a move to actually be able to win that fight and the matchup. I think that's something that a lot of people would struggle with, just figuring out in the match. And from the experience I had with Team Germany and like getting coached by Amir and like hearing Hardy play, I think that's like some of the calls I really picked up going into my Faceit team.
Right. Do you kind of feel that, like, because you've mentioned Hadi and Amir a few times, and they are very experienced players, have been around the scene for a long time.
Yeah.
What is it like to kind of play with like such veterans? Like, do you find yourself, kind of being receptive to them in like a coaching role or anything like that? Like, is it different working with like the coaches in your previous teams?
I mean, I would say Amir is for sure one of the best coaches I've worked with.
Hmm.
Um, Not maybe even the best. So it's like really great learning from him. And Hadi, I mean, he has just like a lot of experience as player. So he's not really taking over the coaching role, but he's always having like great input or like his own thought of how he wants to play the game. I think that's like something great to take from both.
For sure. Now, with all this experience you're gaining, I'm sure that it means that Team Germany's coming together pretty well. They're looking pretty strong. But I'm assuming there's probably a part that's maybe a bit apprehensive or a little nervous, given that the World Cup is your first time playing on like such a big stage, right? Do you feel prepared for like such a big step in your career here?
Yeah, I mean, I think it really helps. I also started like streaming my own games a little bit,
Mm,
trying to get myself into like this pressure position of I know people will watch me and will watch the gameplay. Not necessarily many people, but just getting like the thought in my head, okay, I will be watched and I still have to perform. And I would say by now I feel pretty prepared. It's not my first time playing in tournaments, like also Faceit officials and just having like these weekly tournaments just help a lot preparing, playing on a big stage. Of course, it's something like completely different as well, but also just getting some LAN experience before. I've been in Paris 2 times, played LAN there. Been like playing the female Saudi E League before, live on stage. So that's also been like really good to just keeping my nerves for these tournament games, I would say.
absolutely. So it sounds like you've got the mental part of it figured out. But taking a look at the bigger picture, in terms of like mentality and how you think about being on the team, you are going to be representing a country on a national stage. What does playing for Team Germany mean for you personally?
I mean, it's just like showing the people that we as a team from Germany can also like compete at the world's top. Just showing like no matter where you're from, if you're from Germany, you don't have to be Korean to be good at the game. It's always, I think, good way to think about it. Also, me as like a female person, it's always great like being part of this national team, showing that if you just stick to the grind, your like effort will be appreciated and people will see it, like no matter who you are. So I think that's like the greatest part that I can take from being part of this amazing team.
Awesome. Well, Akku, that about wraps up all the questions I have for you here today. But before we let you go, do you have any messages for the fans of Team Germany or anyone else who might happen to be watching the team in the upcoming World Cup?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, like thanks for the great support. I've actually been super surprised by like how great the German community is growing together and just like standing behind us all. Like also the media team of Germany is doing like a great job. So shout out to them. They do a lot of like funny posts and stuff I saw, but also just like many people watching. Like I got messaged by so many people saying like congrats that I made the team, and I didn't think that it would be so many. So just the support like all over the place, hearing from so many people is like really great. And thanks a lot to everyone supporting us. We will try to give our best and show that we can compete on the highest stage.
Awesome. Well, Akku, thank you so much for joining us here today. It's been absolutely great to hear about everything that has been going on with the Faceit teams and with your experience with Team Germany so far. And we'll be very much looking forward to seeing you up on the big stage.
Yes, thank you so much for having me.
With that is going to be a wrap for this interview. Make sure you check out Akku on her socials, as well as, of course, the rest of Team Germany, which you'll want to keep an eye on because the games are not going to be far away now, and you'll want to see just how far Team Germany can go in this year's Overwatch World Cup. I've been Apostle. This has been Akku joining me. Thank you all so much for watching, and we hope to see you back very soon. Take it easy.